Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm just here today to do a quick flip through of my latest journal, but before I do that I just want to share some happy mail, which, wow, so exciting. Thank you so much, that I received yesterday in the post, and I've only just literally taken it out of the envelope now this morning, just to quickly do this video. So I haven't looked through anything yet. I literally have just got it out of the envelope just to be able to kind of go through now. Oops, sorry, I just knocked my camera in my excitement. So this is from Susan. So I just want to say a massive thank you, Susan. That is just so kind of you. I just can't believe how many nice people that there are actually. And this kind of junk journaling and, you know, the YouTube thing, it kind of really has just opened a whole new world kind of. And yeah, really thrilled. So thank you so much. So I'm going to turn this over because obviously it has an address there. So yeah, I've just poured this stuff out, basically just have a look through. So already my eyes are kind of lighting up as I'm seeing things. So, oh, so cute. Can you see that little button? It's a little dog paw. Or, well, I guess it doesn't have to be a dog, but a paw anyway. Super cute. And that gorgeous diamante thing, bead. Oh, I love that button there with those glittery bits in. Oh, beautiful. Oh, so cute. Can you see that? It's another one of those paw buttons, but a teeny weeny one. That is so sweet. Oh, I love that bag of buttons. Thank you very much. They're gorgeous. Oh, look. Susan actually bought my dogs kit. Hope she won't mind me saying this. Bought the dogs kit, so obviously you know, these little doggy things are really appropriate for her, and I love that ribbon trim. That is so gorgeous. I've never seen anything like that over here in the UK, so that's really gorgeous. Thank you very much. That is so cute. And I love these paper clips. I don't know whether, did you make these yourself, Susan? Because they are really nice. They're these tassels. I mean, that to me just looks very fiddly, and the kind of thing that I would really struggle to make because it all looks very delicate and precise. You know, and we all kind of have to do, I guess, what we're, you know, what suits us kind of as a person, kind of with our abilities. And this just doesn't look kind of suited to my abilities. Like, they're really beautiful, but they're the type of thing that I would have to buy rather than make, I think, because they look very delicate to actually make them. So they will be fantastic. Thank you very much. If you made them, thank you even more, because that's really nice. Oh, look at these cute buttons with these little pig faces. They're so sweet, aren't they? Oh, thank you. They're so cute. Love this ribbon. That's really pretty. Really pretty. Oh, it feels like really kind of more like silk thread. It's really nice. That's gorgeous. Really lovely. Like, really delicate to hold, which you didn't kind of you know, I didn't realize it was going to feel like that. It literally kind of is so slinky. It's kind of like slipping through my fingers. It's lovely. Some more of those gorgeous paper clips with the tassels. I love those. I'm definitely going to be putting those in my journals. Thank you very much. They are lovely. Love this. I love these Russian dolls. A few years ago, I downloaded a load of printables from, now I can't remember the lady's name, but somebody on Etsy anyway, and she had loads of these really brightly coloured Russian doll, you know, printables. They were gorgeous. She doesn't seem to kind of have anything now in her shop, or whether even her shop's open, I can't remember. Might just be that it's not got items in it. But yeah, so cute. And I made some birthday cards and things using them. Really lovely. So I love that. Thank you. Oh, sequins. They're always gorgeous, aren't they? And flowers and everything in here, look. So I've got flowers, buttons. Oh, these are lovely. My daughter will love these too. Yeah, she will love all these sparkly ones as well. Oh, they're lovely, thank you. And oh, another paper clip that's dropped out there. So let me just pop that in with these, thank you. Love all these different embroidery threads. What beautiful, rich colours they are. I love those. Thank you very much. And I use these embroidery threads to, you know, for sewing in the signatures of the, you know, the journals. Because obviously they're kind of thicker than cotton, you know, kind of traditional thread. I don't know what other people use. I've seen people use a variety of things, but this I find really great. So I love having all these different colours. Thank you very much. They're really great. Love these. I was kind of spying these out of my corner of my eye while I was looking at the threads. Aren't these gorgeous, these little charms? I love that sewing machine. And the pumpkin. Love the wings. Oh my god, and look. That tiger. That is so cool. Oh, they're lovely. Oh, isn't that gorgeous, that moon? That is so lovely. Oh, they're lovely. Thank you very much. Nice fabrics. I love using fabric. And it's really strange because, I mean, these kind of little scraps of fabric, you know, kind of to anyone else, they'd think, oh, there's not much there. But actually, kind of the world of junk journals, I mean, these will go miles, won't they? Because, you know, all of these can be used to layer, to kind of put little buttons and things like that on. And they'll just go for, well, absolutely ages. So thank you very much. And there's some really stunning ones. I love this brown one with the roses, I think that is. The flowers on it. That's really beautiful. Love that one too. Oh, they're gorgeous. I love these cherries. I'm always drawn to like cherry prints. And that. Love that. Oh, they're lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, I feel so spoiled. This is just so exciting. Obviously, I've received, you know, happy mail from Laura and, you know, in the past, and done my videos of that. And oh my gosh, such a nice thing to receive. You know, kind of like yesterday, obviously completely unexpected, to receive this through the post. What a treat. And then obviously it was just killing me all day to not open it so that I could do a video of it today. Wow, what really nice things. You know, kind of you feel so spoiled. Because I think I've said before, I mean, I think a lot of women love shopping. I certainly love shopping. So to get all these surprise items. Oh, look at that elephant. He's so cute. All these surprise items. Love that owl. And the heart. That's gorgeous. Love the star. Oh, these are lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah, to get all of these items kind of, it's kind of like shopping, but on a surprise level. You know, kind of like when you were a child and you go to the fairs or the school fetes and they had those lucky dips. It's a bit like that, which is so fun, isn't it? I love these charms. Without even taking them out of the bag, I can see I love them. I love charms in these gorgeous colours. Oh, look. Oh my gosh. Oh, I love the angel. She's gorgeous. Oh, and that hope. Lovely. Love the heart. Oh, so cute. Look. Look at that little bunny. He's so cute. Oh, I love the butterfly. Oh, I can't actually see what that is. I can't see really what that is, I'm afraid, but very cute and pretty nonetheless. I can't really see, I'm afraid, because kind of obviously doing this around the tripod, so, you know, I'm actually not very close to items, if you know what I mean. Oh, I love that ballet dress. Isn't that beautiful? It's even got shoes hanging off of it. Oh, they're lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, really, yeah, this is absolutely great. Thank you very much. Feeling well and truly spoiled, thank you. And obviously all the while I was kind of noting that there were these gorgeous napkins here waiting for me to have a look at. Oh, I love this one. Love that. Isn't that gorgeous? Really lovely. I've got some similar napkins with birds, but actually I have to say this is probably much prettier because my birds are a little bit bigger than this. And these just seem a slightly more subtle colour. They're really, really lovely. Thank you very much. I shall be absolutely enjoying using all of this stuff. Thank you. Oh, I love this. Oh, that is so gorgeous. As I say, I mean, Susan did actually buy the dogs kit. And now looking at this napkin, I just think, oh, my mind's whizzing and buzzing with all the other things that could be made using this napkin. This is just so pretty. I love it. I love all these teeny dogs. I don't know about you, but I'm a kind of small dog fan, really. I mean, I think bigger dogs are really, can be, not all of them, can be lovely. But yeah, kind of definitely a small dog person. Sadly, we're all allergic to most dogs. Between my husband, my eldest son and me, we're literally allergic to most animals, which is such a shame. We went through a phase of looking for a dog, and every weekend we were looking at different breeds, kind of trying to find one that we were all okay with. But if one of us was okay, the other one wasn't, and we would come out of there either sneezing, runny nose, itchy eyes, or my son actually gets kind of itchy skin, you know, so yeah, it was such a shame. And horses, really, really allergic to horses. So yeah, it's such a shame. Cats, really allergic to cats. Love these napkins. They're absolutely gorgeous. Really love this huge butterfly. Oh, thank you very much. I don't know where these napkins come from, but I've never seen any of these prints. I mean, I tend to buy mine from eBay, and there's a few really good sellers with wide choices, but I've never seen any of these prints. So these are just really to treasure. They're lovely. Love this one. Absolutely love this one. I love the shades of the kind of duck eggy blue with the pinks and the birds. Thank you. Oh my gosh, look, another one with dogs. That is so fabulous. Oh, I love that. Oh, I must say, aren't Dalmatians such elegant dogs? Oh, and the Basset Hound, he's so cute. I'm not great with my breeds either, so I hope I've got them right. Obviously pretty confident with the Dalmatian, but not so confident with others. But oh, that's a lovely napkin. I love the way it's got the book pages, you know, behind the dogs. Oh, that is lovely. I can't wait to be using these. They're really lovely. Thank you very much. Oh, look at these. Aren't these lovely? Wow, look. I love these. Are these those like cigarette cards or? Oh my gosh. Oh, well, these are lovely. Look, aren't they gorgeous? Oh, thank you so much, Susan. I really love all of these. They are lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, I love them. I don't know quite what these are actually from. Yeah, I'm not sure. They all have like a number 10 in the side. Or maybe they're just kind of like the Rocks and Minerals cards that I have, you know, from kind of modern day. Maybe these are kind of like older kind of vintage ones of, you know, flowers and kind of bulbs and things. I'm not sure. But I really love those. Thank you very much. And they even feel lovely in your hands. They're kind of like a nice size and they feel really nice. Not sure I'm going to be able to use those because I have a tendency to hoard things sometimes when they're lovely. There's a lovely note there, which I will read obviously in private time. And I'm just going to tip the items out of here, but not obviously not showing the address. So just take it off the camera quickly. Oh, gorgeous. Look. Oh, look. A lovely verse here. Oh, I love this. Oh, this is such a lovely little package that you've put together. I really love all of this. Oh, thank you so much, Susan. This is just, wow, so kind of you. I really, really, really love it. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. This is lovely. I love this, look. Oh, she's teaching massage. I thought she was kind of a nurse doing something, but she's teaching massage. She doesn't look kind of a very friendly masseuse, does she? And the lady certainly doesn't look like she's enjoying it very much. But, oh, I love this. Oh, how the llama lost his pride. Oh, I love this. Thank you so much, Susan. I really feel well and truly spoiled. And, yeah, really, really, really appreciate all of this. And so kind of you. Wow, definitely the highlight of my day, I must say. Thank you very, very, very much. That's so kind of you. Yes, I may have to hoard one or two of those items because I might even struggle to use these napkins, I have to say, because I've really struggled to part with things. You know, kind of when I really like things, I struggle to part with them. So, yeah, but I will try not to, but definitely these cards, I'm not sure, they might have to go into my stash of hoarding But oh, I really love it all. Thank you very much, Susan. That is so kind of you. You really made my day. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Right, I feel kind of really rude now to just kind of move it to one side, but I'm going to kind of do that. So I'm just going to put it to one side now. Not forgotten. But I'm just going to move on to my latest journal. So I did a little clip to show you the book that I used. So I'm probably going to stop this video now. And then rejoin it kind of after that clip. So let me think how to do this. So I'm going to stop it now, and then I'm going to add in the extra bit and then join it. So hi everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm here to bring you my latest journal. It's going to be done in two parts because I just wanted to show you the book that I used to make it. So the journal is not complete yet, so I will be back to do like you know, another bit to the video and obviously join them together. But I just wanted to show you the book that I used before I obviously cut it up completely. So it was very, very fragile book, and it's this gorgeous book called The Motor Picture Book. I can't really read what it says here, but it says to somebody, from somebody, Xmas 1941, I think it says. And I picked it up obviously from the local charity shop. I have actually obviously already torn out lots of the pictures to use in the journal, but I just wanted to quickly show you the book before I utilise either the cover or the inside cover. So this obviously the cover, and this was the inside cover, the inside of the front cover. So I will obviously use one of those images in the book. So I just wanted to quickly bring you that to show you kind of the book that I used to actually complete the journal. So I shall be back when I complete it. So thank you very much. Bye. Right, I'm back. Hopefully this is going to work and not be like really clumsily put together, but who knows, I haven't really ever done this type of thing before. Obviously I've had to join videos when unintentionally my camera keeps flicking off and stopping, but I haven't ever actually intentionally joined kind of clips together. So hopefully this is going to work, who knows. So this is my latest journal. It's using the book that I showed you in the video clip just a second ago. It's basically a soft cover journal using a large envelope. It's held together with this belt. Obviously this belt is not vintage. It's actually a little bit cheap and cheerful, this belt, I have to be truthful, and I'm not sure about the longevity of this. I wanted to use it because I thought it went really nicely, you know, with the journal and looked cute on the cover. But as when it was a belt on a dress, if you see what I mean, I've only fastened it a couple of times and already it's kind of cracking and things. So I'm not sure kind of about the durability of that. So I just want to point that out. It may be that kind of it would be better held together with maybe, you know, ribbon or something like that, but I'll stick with the belt for the time being. So on the cover we have got some lace, some vintage fabric, some more lace down here, a little flower that I've made, just some fabric layered up with some lace, and a bit more lace up here, this gorgeous green gem. And then here with a bulb pin, I've just got a couple of bits of lace hanging off and this big kind of tassel and a little button. So that can all be removed and detached if you didn't want that on there. And then got this gorgeous image here from the book of the motor car. I liked this image because it was titled The Motor Girl. So I'm calling this journal The Motor Girl. This has a predominantly, obviously, you know, vehicle related subject in this journal, but hopefully I've kept it girly and pretty still, even though obviously the subject is actually, you know, cars. Yeah, I was drawn to that book because it was actually, you know, even though it was a vintage book, so, you know, old, it actually featured lots of pictures of women and cars, which I thought was kind of really ahead of its time. You know, I mean, predominantly, I think even today, a lot of images with cars are male dominated. So, I mean, actually for this kind of era, to find images of vehicles but with women, I thought was, yeah, really ahead of its time. So on the back, I've just put another image from the book of this gorgeous vintage car here, full of sightseers here, and they're going through the Cheddar Gorge. So yeah, really love it, and muted colours, really nice. So I've just layered that onto the envelope, and I've just Mod Podged it all and sealed it. Put some lace over the spine, and I've just left it kind of loosish at the back. And obviously I Mod Podged the front as well. And then opening the book, I left the front as a large pocket here, so you can put in lots of tags and ephemera and things in there. And then going inside, I took one of the colourful images from the book here. This is a run in the country. So really just loved that image. Didn't want to spoil it by kind of putting a pocket over it or anything like that. So I just kind of left that. But I've made some of this trim on the sewing machine. These are like the images that I use for my ones that I stitch onto Hessian. So they're just little stamped images onto fabric, and I've just stitched them down the middle onto some plain fabric. So I mean, they're kind of loosish, if you see what I mean, at the sides. They're just stitched through the middle, but I just thought that looked really pretty on that page, so that's just been glued down on there. And then on the facing page, I've got here a book page pocket with some doily and a little cluster made from an image from the vehicle book, or the motor car book. I've got some lace down here. I've got one of my little kind of clustery things with some lace, fabric and buttons. That's just all stitched together and then stuck onto the page. I've got here a little rosebud, and then here this is just stuck on to the this is just stuck onto the book page pocket, and it's just a fold out flip of just some coffee dyed paper for some more journaling space. In the side it's a pocket, and it's just got a little postcard there backed onto some file folder, so that goes in there. And then I just had some sheet, ledger sheet that I've coffee dyed, and I just folded that up for extra journaling in here. Over the page I have got here, this is one of the images that I was talking about with the cars and the women here. Looking very elegant on a lovely summer's day in their beautiful kind of looks like 1920s costumes. So I just made a pocket from that. I've put a Tim Holtz ticket, and that's a stamped image that I've cut out, and some washi tape down here. And then I've just layered up a little bit of postcard stamped image here, and I've put this borrower's card, which I think this was I was going to say Care & Company, but it may not have been. I've had these for a really long time, but again I was kind of hoarding them because we can't really get things like this very often here in the UK. And I had got this, I mean, years ago. I haven't been to America on a holiday for, I mean, years, like 7 years or something. So that's how old this is and how long I've been hoarding it. But I just thought it went really nicely with this journal, so I couldn't not use it. And I've backed it on to another one of those gorgeous images from the book. Yeah, really pretty, I think. I love the colours. So that just goes in there, and I've just put a bit of ruffle at the top. And then on the next page, I've got here just a fold down flip like that. And that's got some coffee dyed paper just stapled in, and got some lace trim on there. And that just tucks in behind this gorgeous image here. Oops, stamped image. I'm not going to be able to tuck that in now on camera. And I've just got some lace here. I left this lace a bit longer because I thought that made it quite fun. But you could obviously cut that down if you didn't want it. I've put some doily behind and a stamped image directly onto the page, the word memories. And then in here I've just got, this is a little printable little envelope, and inside there I've just got some coffee dyed paper just tucked in like that, and that just tucks in there. And then going over the page, I have just got some lace trim at the top. I've got a printable of some ledger paper, and then I've got one of these Hessian kind of bows. This was from the Hessian kind of ribbon trim stuff that Laura had gifted me. And I just made some bows from that with the sewing machine. And then here, there's another image from the book, caught in a snowdrift, it says here. So I just made a little booklet and put some other pages inside. like that. And then I've obviously tied it with string as per my obsession with tying. And then I've also made that pocket at the top where I have just put some coffee dyed paper in there like that. And then on the next page, super cute image here of this little boy and this motor car, gorgeous vintage car there. And I've just done this fabric ruffle in this gorgeous green floral fabric. Just stuck it on there because I thought it went really nicely with the colours of the car. And then I've just got a flower here layered with some lace and a little stamped image of the word sweet. And then this is a kind of belly band across the page, and I've just put here, this is again another principle that I'm working on at the moment that hopefully I'll sell in my Etsy store. It was just some vintage letters that I got, and I've just decoupaged some napkin on there. That just tucks in there. And then here on this page I have done, this is from an envelope which I've cut down and folded over, stuck on this image from the motor car book, layered it up here with a little postcard, a butterfly. The butterfly's got a little bulb pin with a tag there and some lace trim. And I have done this before in some other journals where I've just glued basically at a diagonal. So there's a tuck space then either side of the envelope. So in the bottom I have just put a little tag that I've made here just with this vintage gentleman on this penny, well, I don't know whether you'd call that a penny farthing really, but because they're obviously normally much smaller wheel, but anyway, this vintage bike, and the word happy, and that's the back. That just goes there. And then here is a sewing pattern booklet, which again, here's another image from the motor car book. And then you fold it this way and you've got obviously 4 sides of coffee dyed paper there for journaling space. And that's just been stitched together on the sewing machine like that. So that just tucks in here. And I've left some plain pages here of coffee dyed paper for journaling. I've just literally stamped in the corners, and here stamped these little cluster of butterflies, which was a new stamp actually that I bought the other day. So hopefully show that again. And then here, this one of my Hessian things with a motor car stamped onto the fabric, stitched onto the Hessian. Got some lace trim and a little fabric flower there with a pearl centre. And this is on some of that coffee dyed vellum. And then on the other side, I just did this really to cover up the back of the items that I'd stuck on the other side, because obviously otherwise they didn't really look too attractive. So I've just put a distress inked flower and a ticket and a bit of fabric ruffle there. But you can obviously journal onto the vellum. And then here, just some coffee stained paper with a bit of kind of stamped ledger and stamped corner there. Here again, another image from the motor car book. I've just torn it off here and popped it as a corner pocket up in the top, and I've stuck on some butterflies on here and a little journaling label at the side with a little flower. Some more of that beautiful green floral fabric ruffle at the bottom. And then I just made a little tag here with these. I thought at first they were like bumper cars, but they're actually not. This is, I think it said at Brooklands, which is that kind of place near Guildford that has like something to do with Mercedes. I'm not really too sure, but anyway, so obviously back in the day they must have had this little kind of circuit that you could kind of drive around in these little kind of cars, which I thought that was a really nice image. And then I've just put with eyelets this little oh gosh, what do you call these things? Anyway, like a tag label thing and a bit of journaling space there. And obviously on the back it's plain. I have a confession to make that I did have a bit of an accident with my eyelet here and kind of crumpled and slightly tore the paper. So, you know, that needs to be kind of handled with care now. I just wanted to point that out. I do have problems with setting my eyelets, which I noticed the other day watching, I think it was Gail Agostinelli, watching some of her videos. I think she doesn't get on with her crocodile either. Great for punching the holes. I personally don't find it so great for setting the eyelets, but anyway, never mind. Here I've made a book page pocket. So I've just layered up some elements. I've got an acetate pocket watch stamped on with one of those vintage ladies like using, and a paper flower some lace trim and pearl centre, bit of lace down here and lace down the side. Just made a little ticket here, ticket tag here with a ticket and some layered up text from the book, scrapbook paper and another image from the motorcar book, and a bit of washi there. And that's just backed onto this kind of blue coloured cardstock. That just goes in there. And then here I just had from another book that I had, this is kind of a vintage kind of fire truck, which I just thought was quite in keeping with the journal really. So I've just backed that onto some coffee dyed cardstock, and obviously it gives you a nice big space for journaling. And then here I've just done an envelope kind of flip, so literally layered up some images here of vintage bust, doily, some book page and what have you. Inside there I've just put literally a little piece of printable that's just been coffee dyed, and that just slips in there. Didn't want anything obviously too bulky in there really. In this I used some text from the book. Now obviously this was a kid's book, so the text was obviously very big in the book. And it's, you know, got this text which hopefully you can read and won't have to read it out, but basically describing what she's in. So she's here in a motorcycle taxi built to carry one passenger. So hopefully you can see that. Looks really funny. I mean, I don't know whether she knows she's being photographed, but certainly again doesn't look very thrilled at being photographed, does she? And then it's got obviously a car in the background and things. And I just glued that at the top here onto this kind of lined paper. And coffee dyed it, so that then that acts as like a stopper for the belly band, so obviously it can pull down and that kind of stops it going any further like that, so I quite liked that. And then going over the page, this is obviously the flap of the envelope, and I've just made a little cluster, again with a car image and a bit of lace and flowers layered up here, and then a doily and tucked in there. This here was from a vintage book that I picked up, which was vintage postcards from Jersey, full of vintage postcards from Jersey, obviously. So this was just one of the pictures from one of the postcards, which I've obviously cut out, and I've distress inked because a lot of these images were quite sepia. And this was very grayscale, you know, black and white, but grey based. But thought that's a really lovely image, and I've just literally backed that onto this buff coloured suspension file folder and put some lace trim on there. So that just tucks in. And then here on this page, again, I've done another book page pocket and put some lace across the bottom, stuck on this really gorgeous vintage car. I don't know whether that's a... can't really see. Is that like a Daimler? I don't know. It's or it might be a Jaguar or something. I don't know. I can't really see what that is on the thing, but anyway, really smart looking car there. And obviously you've got the pocket here. So again, this was another vintage postcard from Jersey, and that just tucks in here. And then here I've just got an acetate pull out of a stamped image, which hopefully, don't know if you can really see that. Hopefully you can see it there, and that just tucks in here. And then going over the page, I've got here a kind of belly band on this side. It's got some fabric hanging off there of this rather strange looking car. I think this might be like a Land Rover or something. I don't know. And it's got layered up with a ticket and some text and things, and then a postcard image here. Bit of lace up the top, a doily and a butterfly here. And then tucked into here, again, another one of those postcards from Jersey. And this is King Street in St Helier, apparently. And just distress inked around there, word amazing. And again, lots more room on the back for journaling. That just tucks in. And then here I've just got a little tab with some lace, and that just turns over. And then here, I've got that lovely birth certificate that I got from my ephemera kind of haul that I did a few weeks ago. This is the same birth certificate that I used on Vicky's journal that I did the butterfly. But this time, basically, I've left it obviously plain. It's just been coffee dyed, so you've got lots of room there on the back. And the date of this is 1838, I think it says. yeah, I think it says 1838, although down here it says 1910. Anyway, I'm not sure. I think this is a copy. I'm not sure. I haven't really kind of studied it, but anyway. Actually, and now I'm looking, it's actually a certificate of baptism, not a birth certificate at all. So I take back all that waffling that I've done in the past. And then I just had this acetate piece, which I've had for a long time, again in my stash. And I just literally folded it over and just paper clipped it on with this, because I thought that added some nice detail. I thought the green went nicely with the journal. So here I've just got a paper clip that I've stitched some fabric onto and some lace, and obviously paper clipped it onto and stamped down the edge of this page. And then paper clipped the other side was just another image from the book. And this one, it says down here, the burst tyre, and the tyre here flat as a pancake. And this, again, gorgeous looking car, very worried looking lady, man who looks like he's not got the foggiest idea what's gone on. And they're in obviously this lovely setting. So nice colourful image from the book. So they both just hold on, obviously, you know, one side and one the other side with the paper clip, like that. And then here, more journaling space. And this is the centre of the signature. So here again, I've got another one of those trims, similar to what was on the front of the inside cover. So I've got, again, those gorgeous little stamped images onto fabrics. And I've stitched it down the middle onto this plain fabric here, and also onto this kind of muslin fabric. So that's that. And then I've just glued it onto the page at either end to form a belly band. And obviously stuck in this, again, image from the motorcar book of these gorgeous little pedal cars for children. So they're all lined up. They must have been at some sort of event or something, but they look really cute. So, and obviously journaling space on the back. So that's that. Then on this side, I've just created a little tuck spot with this oval shape, and then a journaling spot here. Just put some string on the edge with an eyelet. And this is just an image from the book. It says a motor jump. So I thought that was quite a fun image to just enclose. And on the back, it's just obviously the back of the book. So you could always, you know, back that onto some coffee type paper or something. But if not, I quite like it just as it is tucked in there. And obviously these pages, you could just journal all over them. Then plain for journaling, again, little car stamp. And plain for journaling again, I've got here a large butterfly. This was actually some wallpaper that I cut that from. And a little tab here. Vintage lady here. And then on this page, I have got another image from the motorcar book. And I've just made this corner kind of tuck spot. So this is just like an item that would be in one of my kits, really. Layered up with various things. This is actually a 6-wheeler car, it says, for a Sahara journey. So it's got these 6 wheels there. Got some lace trim. And then I cut out another image from the book. This was a kind of grocery store, a travelling grocery store. And I've just stuck it onto this, which was some of my vintage ephemera that I bought. And it's a copy of it. I've coffee dyed it. And I just glued this onto the bottom because I thought that looked really quite nice. So obviously you've got the back of that for journaling. But this is dated 1946. So that's that. I'll tuck it in that way so you can see the travelling shop down there. And then going over the page, I've got here, again, some stylish looking ladies here with very elegant looking dogs. So the greyhounds are looking forward to a ride, it says. So again, lovely, elegant looking car. Yeah, so really like that image. And then I've got some lace trim, and what I've done is I've formed a kind of flap because I love this image. And it says here, giving a sissy a ride. So I couldn't decide which of these images to use for this journal. And I just thought, oh, why not use them both by having a little kind of folding flip. Loved this because giving a sissy a ride just sounds hilarious. And obviously today a sissy would be kind of a, you know, a scaredy cat, wouldn't it? And that kind of thing. But when I actually kind of read the text, because I just thought that was so funny, it was giving your sister a ride. So giving a sissy a ride, which I just thought sounded really, really funny. So that's why I included that picture. And then another picture from the book with, again, it's a lady, I think, driving that car. I actually can't really see properly, but it looks to me like it's 2 women in that car. And they're picking up another couple of ladies. So again, you know, going with the kind of women theme, which I just thought very ahead of its time, and really lovely, lovely images. And then I've just formed a pocket, obviously, from that. And here's just a tag. With, again, this is just a bus, and just taken from the book, and it's just backed onto buff coloured suspension file. And then here, another corner here, another sort of child in his pedal car, just layered up with various bits. Just got this little piece here just from a, you know, ephemera pack. And then I just made this little booklet here, just with some coffee dyed paper inside. And this actually, I'm not sure what kind of paper this is. It was kind of on the transparency film that I use sometimes to print my like acetate images. So it feels kind of waxy, like a bit like greaseproof kind of paper. I'm not sure. So, but I thought that I would coffee dye that and iron it and kind of pop it in here. So yeah, not quite sure how that will be, but you know, I like the feel of it and the sound of it. So. And on the front of here, this is vellum. I have just got this penny farthing, which again was in another ephemera pack. Unfortunately, this one was slightly flawed because it's got a kind of film over it, which has been creased, obviously, when they stuck it on. That was how it came, so it wasn't kind of me who did that. And I've just attached the penny farthing in the middle with 2 brads, these flower kind of brads. So, I mean, actually here is a kind of pocket. I don't know if I've got anything kind of handy that's small enough to try and show you that, but you know, if this was small enough, you could obviously kind of, you know, put a little tag through there as well, which I thought was quite fun to do that. So, you know, you've got an extra pocket there. So that just slides up there. Going over the page here, now kind of, you may not really like this picture. I didn't know whether to put this in or not, but I kind of found it quite funny. It's called The Chase, and here it's got all these very unsavoury characters here holding a shotgun, chasing this hare or rabbit, kind of, yeah, and below it said The Chase. So although kind of, you know, maybe a little bit, you know, not everyone's cup of tea, I kind of found it quite funny. So I've included that as a pocket here with just a little flower that I thought teamed nicely with the opposite page. And I've also glued on some coffee dyed paper in a flip there. So it's for more journaling space. Put some lace trim down here, and obviously it's a top loading pocket with a hole there. And in here is just a large tag, which actually has got another pocket. So you could put more paper in there, you know, more ephemera in there. And that's just got layered up images and things, and backed onto the cardstock. And that just slides in like that. So, I mean, there's lots and lots of room in this journal for journaling. And then here I've just got another image. This is the image from the cover. And I've just popped it onto this kind of bluish cardstock that I've coffee dyed, which again I just thought looked quite good with the facing page. And yeah, just a kind of opening booklet for journaling. So that goes in there. Now this page, this was Driving at Night, entitled Driving at Night. And just to brighten it up really, I've popped this floral fabric on the bottom. And then if I take the paper clip off, which was obviously holding it down, I have basically backed it on to just some plain, actually, page from the book. So I'm going to have to move my tripod out of the way a bit to actually show you. So it's just plain, but room for journaling there. So that's how that is. And you've got some lace trim at the bottom. Sorry for moving everything about, but I couldn't kind of fit it into frame otherwise. And then here on the back of the page, another one of those altered paper clips, just a bit of linen and some lace, and that's just stitched on the sewing machine onto the paper clip. And that's just holding this image here of these children stood kind of on the car with the mother in the car. And that's just a little folding kind of booklet there, held on with the paper clip. And then I just got a bit of ruffle at the top one of those frames with the limes, love those. And then one of those gorgeous fabric with lace and a vintage button. This button's quite interesting because it's actually kind of plastic, but it looks a bit more like kind of resin. So I quite liked that. So that's that. And then here, got some more plain paper, some more of that vellum, more plain paper, again, cars stamped on there. And then this image, now I'm not really too sure what this was trying to depict really, but this child being flung out of the car or maybe hit by the car. I'm not really too sure because obviously nobody's driving the car. So yeah, very odd image, but I kind of found it quite fun. So I've just glued this in like a kind of belly band as well. My camera flicks off there. So here I've just created a little tag with a cluster here from the book and, you know, of items from the book. And it's just backed onto, again, that blue card. And that just tucks up here. And then I've got some lace trim. And then up here I've got another little tuck spot where I've just got this teeny tag that I've just got some string and a little flower. And that's just been stapled on like that. So it just tucks in on the corner. And it's glued down kind of here. So it literally is just big enough for just this little tag really. So that's that. And then going over the page, I've got a double corner tuck spot up on this side. So again, layered up images from the book to form this corner. And this is actually a motor car pulling a caravan of the time. So that's there. And then I've just got a little booklet here with the word amazing. It's just got a couple of pages of coffee dyed paper. It's a teeny one. That just tucks up there. And then here, obviously the larger pocket. And again, similar to the travelling shop, I have just taken one of my pieces of ephemera that I'd bought and I've just fussy cut a car and glued that onto the ephemera. I really like how that looks. I hope that kind of everyone else thinks it looks fun too. But I just thought, gosh, I'm so sorry. My camera flicked off again. So I do apologise. I hope I'm not repeating myself too much. Yes, basically, I just think this is a good way to tie in the theme of the book with the vintage ephemera. So, you know, that's that. And obviously on the back, it's just plain for journaling. So that tucks up there. I've got some sewing pattern ruffle down there. And then on the facing page, I've just got another corner tuck spot with some more images layered up. And then butterfly and then a bit of lace down here. And then here, I've done this before a couple of times now. It's again some of my vintage ephemera, which this time I've kind of done it folding up this way. I'm trying to see a date on this. Now I can't see. 1884, this is from. And this is a printout of these kind of clocks. And then I've just attached it at the top with an eyelet. And this time I've threaded some string through just for kind of more detail really. And then I just folded it rather than in half. I folded it at the bottom of the acetate piece. So you've got obviously journaling space there. I think that looks quite fun. And I really like doing those. So that's that. And then on this page, I've just got a belly band here with another cluster taken from the motor car book. Flower down here. And then here, another one of those streets in Jersey. This is, I can't see what that says. I can't see whether that says Hollett Place or Holkett Place, I'm afraid. But another one of the street scenes in Jersey anyway. And again, I've just distress inked it and backed it onto the file folder. That just tucks in like that. And then on the facing page, I've just got a book page pocket that I made with the motor car book. So I've just folded it over and glued it down, and then it's got a double pocket. So in there I've got some of my vintage ephemera that I'd bought. It's just a credit note dated 1946. On the back it's just plain coffee dyed paper, and that just tucked in here in the first pocket. And then there's a double pocket at the back, a bit of doily there and a bit of sewing pattern ruffle down the bottom. I've got here another little booklet fold out that I've made. Now this was from a different vintage book, and this was a story called Drama by Car. So just because obviously of the vehicle car kind of theme of this journal, I just thought I couldn't not include this really. So what I did was I just folded this page in half, and then I've just glued on some of the, you know, the colourway of the scrapbook paper in there for journaling. So I thought that tied it in quite nicely to the journal. And obviously tucked in there, the word car showing, so I thought it was nice and in keeping with the journal. And then over the facing page, this is the last page now. You'll be pleased to know I feel like I've been talking for hours. So here I've just got a lace pocket. I've got some pom-pom trim down the side, a little fabric flower with actually a green kind of gem centre. Just used the green gem because I thought it picked up all these gorgeous colours from this image on the back page. Bit of lace there, eyelet lace at the top. And then in here, this is an afternoon tea at the Ritz menu. Not vintage, but I have coffee dyed it. I've stitched some lace on there, and then I've made a booklet stitching in some coffee dyed paper pages inside of there. And yeah, I mean, obviously it's just the menu from there. So I thought that went nicely with the colours of the journal, so that just pops in. And then here on this back page, I love this image. It's down to the sea, and I think this is probably Seven Sisters, although I may be wrong. It could be, well, it could be the White Cliffs of Dover, I don't know. Anyway, I love this image. Really, really, really pretty colours, and I've just stuck on a frame, which actually kind of could be a tuck spot. So you've got some journaling space there. I didn't want to obviously detract from the beautiful picture. And then I just popped a little butterfly kind of in that sky just to kind of break up the expanse, really. And then I've just stitched a ruffle on the sewing machine and then glued it down on the edge to kind of finish it off. And then the back is literally just an open envelope. I normally only do this one side, but on this journal I've actually done it on the front and the back. So in here I just enclosed one final picture from the book, The Holiday Camp, this one's called. Again, because I just thought it was the most lovely picture. I just love these colours and things. So I've just enclosed that. It's just book page on the back. So, you know, kind of it would be up to you whether you wanted to kind of paint over there and journal on it, or, you know, make a tag from it, or throw it away, or however you wanted to use it. But I just thought that was fun to enclose that. So that's that. And then obviously the back is just that Cheddar Gorge image again. So that's the journal. Pretty chunky and pretty kind of full on. You know, I hope you like it. It was a bit of a kind of risky subject. I realise kind of it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, obviously being kind of the vehicles and things. But I really like how it turned out. I thought it turned out super girly and pretty, even though the kind of predominant theme running through it was still vehicles. And it was really nice to work with kind of a different subject. So yeah, let me know below what you think. Give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Yeah, thank you very much, and I hope you all have a great day. And just finally, just want to say another thank you to Susan for my happy mail. I really am thrilled beyond, so thank you very much. Yeah, have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.